and as you can see, the hangars opening there. I've got my time just about right, and look at that internal lighting. That's really well done actually, and the floor texturing being used there to reflect the lights inside. That's actually really great. I'm super impressed with that hangar. It's probably one of the best I've seen. Hello Flight Sim fans, and welcome to the Practically Geek channel. In this video I've landed here at Campbell Airport in Illinois, USA, and I'm going to be sharing with you some freeware scenery today by the creator Dante's Mante over at flightsim.to. So let's go and check out the default scenery first, like in all my videos, and then we'll dive right into his freeware scenery. Campbell Airport has two asphalt runways. Runway 09 and 27 measures in at 997 meters or 3,270 feet, while runway 06 and 24 measures in at 1,089 meters. That's equivalent to around 3,573 feet. So what can we say about Campbell Airport? Well, it has these massive narrow runways and massive narrow taxiways as well. As you can see, there's a lot of different stands for the general aviation aircraft to park at these taxiways, as you can see below. The satellite imagery in this one is one of the better ones I've seen. The grass areas, the autogen trees, and just generally the whole environment around this airport looks quite good. The default autogen buildings in this one aren't the best. They are way too high for the real buildings, or the equivalent to what is there in real life. The beacon tower also just looks out of place. But in general, again, the 2D satellite imagery, the taxiways and the apron textures don't look too bad as well. And it's the first time I've seen these red looking buildings inside a default scenery. That said, it is probably one of the better default scenery airports I've seen. It's packed with static aircraft and buildings, and it does look like an airport, but again, those autogen buildings just don't look like they're welcome here at all. So with that being said, let's jump right into Dante's Mante. That's really hard to say. Let's jump into his freeware now and see what he's done to improve this airport. So welcome back to Campbell Airport here in Illinois, USA. We've loaded into Dante's Mante's scenery. That's what I'm trying to say. We've loaded into his scenery and we're going to have a look around to see what he's done to improve this airport. So just having this first little fly through over the airfield to see what he's done. I think that's a little bit of landscape in there. We've got some custom foliage by the looks of it in between these grassy parts, and we can certainly see some retarmacking of the, or retexturing rather, of the taxiways. You can see some cracks and weathering along the concrete there, and definitely this custom foliage as we fly over here is definitely being added in and isn't part of the default scenery. Trying to stay away from those new custom buildings. We can see a lot of new custom, well, they look like the normal planes from the simulator, but they are all new static objects that have been here to populate the stands, and the stands and the taxiways looks absolutely phenomenal now. You can see a lot of retexturing has been done to make them look more realistic. And flying over the main area of the airport with all the buildings, you can see that they've all been replaced with more realistic and true to life custom buildings. You can see Campbell Airport etched into the roof there on that long hangar. You can also see these lovely, what looks like barn or farmhouses. They look amazing. There's a lot of detailing being done around here, I can see, especially with the water, what maybe looks like a dried out lake or pond to the left here, and there's been a lot of work done to add a lot of realism to this lovely little Illinois based airport. It looks absolutely fantastic. Taking a closer look down at the buildings, you can see there's a lot of retexturing being done to add some realism to these gravel and dirt paths. They look absolutely fantastic. You can also see the authentic Campbell Airport sign just to the left of the path here, I've seen some images on Google and that does look spot on, in fact. And I do love some of the retexturing work that's been done by the creator here to make some inconsistencies in the tarmac and the dirt and loads of bits of weathering. And of course I do love the paintwork to the top of this roof here that says Campbell Airport. It looks really fab actually. Really well done to the creator on this lovely freeware airport. Taking a look at those cracks and bits of weathering in the new apron, you can see the new fuel custom fuel tank here with some barriers around there. There's some ground clutter like these scissor lifts. The new hangar here as well, which I believe is animated as well. You might be able to see that happening right now. I've just caught it luckily. Look at that. Let's have a look inside and see what it looks like inside just before it closes again. And that looks absolutely fantastic. You can see some lovely custom posters in here as well. Let's have a little look at those and see what they have. And actually they're really crisp, and texturing as a whole in this hangar is absolutely fantastic. It's really detailed, and I suppose you will want to park your aircraft in here, but hopefully he's not sitting there in his van, otherwise you won't be able to. You can also support the creator. I'm glad he's put that in. I don't say that enough. Please support these freeware creators. There we go. Jot that down and buy him a coffee. And I really love these posters that have been included in this hangar. Look at that. Air Chicago Air Show. So there's float boats there. Some what looks like the Red Bull racing type planes to the left there. Although not in 1930, but they look really amazing. I really love that little detail. And I must say, just the overall atmosphere at this airport is amazing. It's quiet, but it's set in this countryside with a lot of forest and trees around it. You can see this lovely new structure of the wood, and you know, it's not amazing structure. It's a bit of timber making an archway, but it just really adds to the realism. I do love these little touches that the creators make in these freeware sceneries. Just panning over to the right side of the airport here, there's some more ground clutter with cherry pickers and scaffolding. There's another static aircraft there. Some of the default scenery looks to be still there. The autogem buildings just to the left, but they do suit the airport actually. They're not as high up and large as the other hangars that were here before. And the airport just looks more alive now. The amount of static aircraft on show here is amazing. These lovely little custom hangars with the picnic benches there, and just the general retexturing of the taxiways looks absolutely fantastic. You can see how the grass gets in between the concrete of those stands. You can see they've been there a long time and they don't look brand new, and it looks absolutely fantastic. So with that being said, let's rewind our clocks to 1 AM and check out this airport at night time to see what the creator has done with the night lighting for this one. And yeah, you can really get the atmosphere at night time. You can see that animated hangar has got some lovely internal lighting there. There's some lights on the custom lamp posts and the side of the hangars as well. So let's have a look around and see some other bits of detailing that the creators add in for the night lighting. I do love the touch of light around the windsock. I don't know how realistic that is, but it just really adds to the atmosphere, and the runway lights especially, they look amazing. Again, that's more of default lighting I would imagine, but it really does, especially the light illuminating the windsock there. That looks really amazing. Zooming over the top here, you can see that the hangars have all got their individual security lights illuminating the ground below them. They look really amazing. And for such a small airport, I would imagine there wouldn't be so much lighting. And the night lighting on show here is good. It's really well implemented. I'm impressed with what the creator has managed to achieve with this one. The lights in particular on this long hangar, the one that has the Campbell Airport paintwork on it, the logo, it looks fantastic. There's lots of different light hues being emitted there. Some warmer shades and some brighter white shades. That looked really amazing actually. And I must say the lighting around this animated hangar is really great. The apron below is being illuminated so well. You can see the different cracks and the oil slick, and obviously the yellow apron markings aren't as yellow as some airports I've looked at. And as you can see, the hangars opening there, I've got my time just about right. And look at that internal lighting, that's really well done actually, and the floor texturing being used there to reflect the lights inside. That's actually really great. I'm super impressed with that hangar. It's probably one of the best I've seen. In fact, I would say that is just as good as the mixed field one, and that was payware. It looks really great. I think the whole area of where Campbell Airport is located looks absolutely fantastic at night. The creator also did add an animated freight train around this area. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find it, which I'm disappointed to say. I wish I did find it, but I just couldn't see it moving in the lights. Apparently it was a lot easier to see at night time. If you do download it, let me know if you find the train, or hopefully I will find it by the end of this video and I can edit in. So that was the night lighting for Campbell Airport. But yeah, I absolutely love the night lighting. So let's jump back into the daytime and jump straight into the before and after montage. As mentioned in my last video, I have jumbled the before and after montage up a bit. There won't be any kind of background music. There will be the sound effects from the scenery. I've decided to do a bit more dynamically because I think the wipe effect to the full screen, the use of full screen in these montages is a bit easier and lets you see the scenery a bit better than doing a split screen. Again, please do let me know if you prefer the old way. I do love this old way. I do love this new way. I think it's kind of a progression of my editing skills and how I do these videos. But let's get straight into it now before I keep on talking. This is the before and after montage of Campbell Airport. So that was Campbell Airport by Dante's Mante. Absolutely amazing bit of scenery. He does update it quite a lot. I do get little notifications on flightsim.to to update my scenery, and this Campbell Airport does come up quite often, so he is dedicated. He has added in the animated hangars, you can see animating right now in front of us, which looks absolutely fantastic. You can download this off flightsim.to, which will be linked in the description below as always. The file size is quite a small one. I think it's around 170 megabytes, maybe even a bit small, so it's very generous. It is a small airport, but the level of detail on offer here, absolutely fantastic. The performance I got was great. There was no difference between default and this one. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and please consider subscribing to the Practically Geek channel for more videos just like this. Thank you for watching. and I will see you again very, very soon.
Hello, 212, you make a left turn there now.
Hello, 212. Hello, 212, we're ready for approach now, and I request vectors via fuel company approach.